Valley Club, there are some issues with the Golden Hour. After a great and generous release event for Peter E. Parker, we now have his absolute dumpster firing event for the next Spider Society member, Spider-Man Pavitra. Will this end up being as bad as a recent Iron Patriot debacle, or much worse? And can Scopely step in and fix this event to make it more fun? Bring back agency in your purchases with the Shiny Coin Store. This video, I'm going to discuss some of the things that you need to be aware of. Be careful of some of these major traps in the event. And of course, what is the solution that I'm hoping for this event? And if you're ready for all of that, then you need to do Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin and I hope you're having a great day. This video, we are going to discuss the release event for Spider-Man Pavitra. Very, very bad event in my opinion. Just after a nice release event for the other Spider Society member, Peter E. Parker. And we're also going to talk about what can be done to salvage this event. But before we get to all that stuff, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. At least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel. Well, let's jump right into the game and talk about why this event is such a bad event. And in my opinion, there's 3 major issues with this event. It's almost like they got the rookie event designer to design the Iron Patriot event to design this event. That was the event that even highly engaged players were not able to unlock Iron Patriot at the end of the event. Now, this event, you can unlock Spider-Man Pavitra very, very early on. As you can see, I already unlocked him right on day 1. That is probably the saving grace about this event. The best thing about this event, you can unlock Spider-Man Pavitra very early on because it's a 45 shard unlock and you get a lot of these shards very early on with this. So you can get the unlock, which is great, but the rest of this event is not great. So if you look at the scoring for this, first issue comes with the scoring. Now, you can get more scores by, if you did purchase the Spider Society members, you can get more points for having them at certain star levels or just using them in the raids. But your major place that you're going to score is by earning these shiny coins. And where you can earn these shiny coins is in your campaign nodes. So we go to the campaign nodes and check out what the ratio is. I was expecting it to be 8-to-1. That would be a very friendly ratio to get all the milestones and that meta item. Well, not all the milestones, but to get that meta item, which is, in my opinion, completing the event. Get that meta item, you would need this ratio to be at 8-to-1. As we go spend some energy right now, we're spending 120 campaign energy, and all we get is 720 of these shiny coins, which means that the ratio is not 8-to-1. It's not 10-to-1 like we were hoping. It is 6-to-1, which means that you're going to need to spend a lot of campaign energy just to get enough shiny coins to spend in the store. So to get to this meta item, you would need to earn a lot of shiny coins. And if we're just getting them from campaign energy spending, you can get some shiny coins from the Alliance event. You can get them with free claims. But if we're just doing them from the campaign energy spending, you can get 1,108 energy per day with your 50 core refreshes. That is assuming that you do not let any of your energy top off and you're getting your free claims, you're getting your web claims. 1,108 energy per day. We multiply that by that 6-to-1 ratio over the course of 8 days. That is only 53,184 points, which is a little bit short of this meta item, that's Sun Rays. Of course, we are getting some from the Alliance milestones and free claims, but just from your campaign energy spending, that is how much you could get. Normally, just campaign energy spending, you can get more than enough for all this stuff. So if you wanted to get to 62,000 points, to get to this meta item, this Sun Rays, and assuming that you're not doing any of the raids with the Spider Society and not taking into account any of the shiny coins that you could get from the Alliance milestone, because that is up to your Alliance. That is not totally under your control. So I'm not taking that into account. But just to get to this meta item here per day, the energy that you would need to spend 1,291 per day to get to this meta item, which is a lot more core spending than we normally do for just this meta item. Normally, if we do just our normal daily activity with minimal core spending, we get this meta item. And if we're pushing even more, we can get some of these other things down here. But that is not the case with this milestone. Just with this energy spending, not going to get to this meta item unless you're spending your 50 core refreshes plus 200 core refreshes on a daily basis, which is a lot more core spending just to get to this meta item that we've had in the past. And this amount of power core spending goes against some of their more recent event designs that have been very easy to get this meta item. We looked at the Iron Patriot event. Wasn't easy to get the shards, but to get to the meta item was pretty easy. And this time is a little different. Now, there are some ranking rewards for this. And in the past, these events have been a lot tougher to get to some of these top items, but the meta item has always been pretty easy. Some of these other items down here, they've been including more and more stuff towards these whale milestones, and it's been harder to get this stuff, but the meta item has always been easier to get. I think this is some bad calculations of the design because they do want players to be more engaged. I think this goes against this. The other issue is with these shiny coins themselves. If we go into the shiny coin store, there's not a lot of good things to purchase. And if we take into account the web milestone, where you do 10,000 per day without topping off, because if you top off that, then it's going to screw up what you're going to do in subsequent days, then something like this Nightcrawler purchase would not be equitable. You know, I know he's farmable, but spending 22,000 shiny coins at one go when you're supposed to be spending 10,000 a day is very, very bad as event design. Now, we do have a list of things that are available in the store, some L4 training modules, some orange gear, some mini uniques for various different levels, gear 14 all the way to gear tier 18, some teal origin gear, some teal basic catalyst parts, silver promo credits, dark promo credits, gold promo credits. We got some awaken abilities for Black Cat and Nova if you haven't purchased them in the raid store. And as far as the shards you could get, Captain America, Captain Carter, Gambit, Forge, Nightcrawler, Sunspot, Spider-Man Noir, Ghost Spider, Venom, Carnage, Red Goblin, and Void Knight. So the only unfarmable characters right now in the store, Red Goblin and Void Knight and Venom. The rest of these characters are farmable. The Extreme X-Men shards are a little bit more coveted because they just been made farmable, but not a lot of great character shards here in my opinion. Only 3 unfarmable characters. And despite what is in the store, because of the way the web milestones are structured, we don't have a lot of agency if you want to make sure you complete this on subsequent days. That is the second major problem with this. I ended up buying this thing that I don't need just so I don't top up these milestones. And if we look at the amount of points that I have for this web milestones right now, I spent just over 10,000. And that is because I don't have any agency. I can't purchase what I want. I think I did the first day. I purchased Void Knight. The major problem with this is that this is a one-day event that repeats 7 times, so 8 days total. Instead of this being an 8-day event, where instead of spending 10,000 per day, it would have been nicer just to spend 80,000 over those 8 days, increase these rewards by 8, and it would have been all good there. But now, the way this current web rewards are structured, there's no agency, because if you want to complete something on subsequent days, then you're not going to make a purchase like this. I would have liked to save up for some Nightcrawler shards, because it's not always easy to pop up in the Cosmic Crucible store. But this event is so poorly designed that I can't be saving up for something good. Normally, these coin stores are pretty good. You're getting some good stuff with these stores, but this design is such a bad design. I hope they never do something like this again. And that leads into my third major issue with this event, the web rewards. The rewards for this are related to the Alliance event. The Rise of the Planet milestone is an Alliance event, which means that if you don't perform in this solo event, you don't get all your shiny coins, and you don't manage your shiny coin spending, and you purchase things that you don't want, well, if you don't do all that stuff, you're gonna screw up your Alliance-wide milestone event, because all these points are for the Alliance-wide milestone event. Not a lot of gold, not a lot of other things that we need, no dark promo credits, nothing really valuable here. We got these gold and silver promo credits, which have pretty much no value in the game right now, and not a lot of gold. And the thing is, as you spend more and more shiny coins, this doesn't go up subsequently and exponentially. It just goes up by the same amount. So 40, 40, 40, and all those Alliance points leading to this Alliance milestone, the Rise of the Planet's milestone right now. And like I said, there are some shiny coins in there which can make your solo milestone a little easier. But if your rest of your Alliance is not spending optimally in the store and buying things that they don't need, just to make sure that they top off these milestones, well, none of these shiny coins are under control totally. So not taking these into account. And that is such a bad precedence to combine, make these convoluted Alliance events mixed in with these solo events. And if you don't do well in the solo event, you don't do well in the Alliance event. And if you don't do well in the Alliance event, you're not going to do solo events. So it's like a big Ouroboros snake that eats itself. If you don't do well on one, then you're going to screw everything else up. So very bad event. How can it be solved though? Well, One suggestion that I think would be very, very generous would be an easy solution. 25,000 shiny coins into the economy. That would give us more than 2 days that we could inoptimally spend, or spend whatever we want to make sure that we max out these web milestones. Other thing they could do, and I think it might be too late for this event, but is combining those web milestones, like I said, into 1-day events 8 times, make it into one big event that takes 8 days. And then we get a little more agency in the store. As it stands right now, this is not a good event. We don't have a lot of agency. Normally these store events are very, very fun because we could choose the rewards now. With the way this event is designed, not really getting that agency to choose what we want. Hopefully they make some of these changes, but let me know what you're gonna do as it stands right now to navigate this event. Are you gonna purchase things inoptimally in the store in order to max out those web milestones for your lines, which would help you with your solo milestones? Or are you just gonna get what you want in the store, get as many shiny coins as possible, and get what you need right now? Hopefully they have some solution that we hear about in the next few days before this event is over. And hopefully this video did provide you some value. If it did, leave it a like, and it's free for you, and it tremendously helps the channel. And if you want to see what are the best characters in Marvel Strike Force, ranked from best to worst, every single character rated, check out the video up there, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.